Welcome to Learning Unit number 11. In Learning Unit number 11, we've entitled it Tobacco Use, and that is the title of the chapter that we're reading this week. But we're really going to explore the role of tobacco use by focusing in on e-cigarettes, also known as vaping, um, and smokeless tobacco products. Another name that you may be hearing regarding e-cigarettes is ENDS, ENDS, all capitalized. And that just stands for electronic nicotine delivery systems. So ENDS is one of the ways that people are calling these electronic nicotine delivery systems. So now that I've gotten that out, you're watching this video, and our outcomes for the week is looking at what are the factors that are affecting the trends of tobacco use over the past few decades. And I want you to differentiate or be able to differentiate the difference between cigarettes, e-cigarettes, smokeless tobacco, and smokeless tobacco, including what are the differences as far as the age group of those that are using those products, the reason they're using them, healthcare concerns and illnesses, and how do we help someone quit their use, and describe the role of schools to prevent tobacco use. So you're going to be reading chapter 4 in your text, and I have some specific page numbers if you have the paper text, and I have the content that you're going to be reading if you have the ebook. You're going to post your discussion board. There will be a reply. It's another question, so it's not just like good job. It's going to be another question that you share as a reply to one of your classmates. And please remember to continue to work on the development of your health promotion presentation using ScreenPal video, which I'm using right now, due at the end of week 13. Reminder, no late presentations will be accepted, as I need to post these for the next learning unit so everybody can share in all of the hard work and great information from their classmates. So the readings are, as I talked about in the outcomes. The first site is from the CDC, Youth and Tobacco Use. The second is another link to a website, and it's the Cleveland Clinic. And they give a lot of really good information about vaping in this site. Now, this is a video. It's a YouTube video. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this one, but yet, in hindsight, after watching this video, I actually learned more, or the information that I have learned by reading the literature and our text was reinforced or highlighted in a very positive way. So it isn't a scholarly source video, but actually I reviewed the information and it is accurate based on recent literature and research. So you're going to be watching, and I'm sure now you really want to watch it because it is a good video. I think it's about 5 minutes or less. But answering the question, is vaping worse than smoking, that your textbook does address, but they go into a lot of other issues with vaping. And then I found this article that's relatively recent about a medication that's used for quitting smoking cigarettes, and can that help youth quit vaping? And is it actually prescribed to youth right now? So you're going to read through that. The discussion board has 2 questions that you're going to answer. both kind of creative, but based on the evidence. How can nurses and other healthcare professionals play a role in preventing vaping among youth? And you're going to give one example of a strategy that could be implemented either in a school, a clinic, or a community setting. And for both of these questions, you're going to cite the learning activities of this week, such as the CDC website. You're going to cite our textbook, anything to support your strategy for number one, or your key message approach to number two question. And that is if you were designing a health promotion campaign to prevent youth vaping, what key message or approach would you use? Explain why it would appeal to adolescents. So that's going to be your post for the week. And then for your reply, so this is due by Friday evening, then for your reply to a classmate, you're going to share a misconception about vaping that you had prior to this week. If you had zero misconceptions, congratulations to you. Then tell us a misconception about vaping that you've heard others say. I guess that would be the best way to go about it. So that's the discussion board for Learning Unit number 11. And this is just a reminder, continue to work on your health promotion presentations. It's due 2 weeks from now. And again, there's not going to be the ability for me to accept any late presentations. So get your groups going. And if there's anything that I can do to help, this is kind of the last minute, but I'm here to help.